Alrighty, everybody. We are up and rolling for this week's late night episode of Strange Aeons. Are you all
How can we
excited?
be
I'm excited.
rolling? How can we
Yes.
be rolling? He's dead.
Hey, hush, hush now, child.
just when wounds begin to scab, you pull them off again.
Of course, I've never been known not to pick a scab.
Hell yeah. Hey, Maddie, now that we have a moment, why don't you share with the class who Roland is and why it makes you sad whenever he's mentioned?
Roland was the first paladin I ever got to play, and it was the return
Yes, Return of the Rune
Yeah.
Lords.
Return of the Rune Lords. He was the first paladin I ever attempted to pilot. After hearing and reading all the goodies of how paladins are OP, blah 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 blah, I was like, all right, I guess I'll have shake my fist at it and see what it's like. And I put way too much information into his backstory, and I built the character up into my head, and I had him all fledged out. He was going to be a fun character to RP, he was going to be a cool character to build, and he was going to be a great party member to play. Shortly into Return of the Roots, though, we got ourselves into a mini-boss battle that resulted in almost a TPK.
Yeah, it was one of the first dungeon crawls, actually.
Yes. Yep. Like level 3 or 4, I think.
I don't even know if it was that.
I
Maybe?
think maybe what,
No, we were like level 2.
Yeah. It
level
was
2?
pretty early on.
two or 3, around that area. But yeah, that happened. There were some mixed blame on behalf of that.
Yeah.
Y'all can
One-
mix it up all you want. I blame one person.
Some would argue that, hey, you ran in headstrong, you got separated from the party. I don't argue that. It didn't really happen that way. I charged the first thing that was in front of me, which was maybe 10, maybe 15 feet in front of the party. That's not out of the party.
That wasn't what caused the TPK though. Like that
Yes.
wasn't the source of the damage.
The TPK was the caster that was in the other side of the room
Yeah.
that spammed lightning bolt
Yeah.
like 3 times
Yeah.
at level 2 characters.
I want to say you're level 3. I don't know. Can't remember.
I can't remember either. But after the first lightning bolt hit, it knocked one of our dude bros down to unconscious, and it hurt the other 3 party members pretty severely, leaving me the only frontline when there should have been one other.
Indeed.
However, that wasn't the case. He stayed in the back for 2 more turns until he ran to the front and died.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then perished along with the other 3 party members. Yeah, the other 3 party members.
If I was to make an argument as to what caused that, it was how the party decided to go through said dungeon. They didn't respect the potential danger of what could happen. It feels weird. Okay. Let's see. We're currently at
The casters wanted to rest, so we rested in the dungeon.
Yeah. Right after the first little bit. And after having done that, it gave the people that they just fought plenty of time to go warn the leaders deeper into the cave. So after they rested, everyone in the cave was very ready for them. So instead of fighting one mini-boss at a time, they instead fought every mini-boss at the same time, which just completely overwhelmed the party.
Yep.
And the only reason that I had it like that is because of particularly the size of the dungeon. It's a significantly small area, so sound of combat carries very easily. But there's a thing in it stating that the people in it expect there to be fighting all the time, so they don't come to check if like a disturbance is made. But when everyone is specifically warned what's coming, they then were ready for it. Sad day. So yeah, all but 2. Yeah, I think.
Yes,
I think there was 5, and it went down to 2 players were alive.
And then the one of the surviving characters decided to leave the party, and that player made a new one.
Right. What was Fowler before?
Fowler stayed a lumber.
Oh,
Josh
okay.
T played Feanor and then switched to something, and then
Wait, what? No. He stayed Feanor for a while. Yeah, because he left like after chapter 3, or either in the middle or after chapter 3.
I could have swore he left after that battle.
Nah, that was Kyle had to stop playing for a while because of his work, and then he came back like as the same character but a higher level.
No, he died and became Scipio. Then Scipio departed.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about.
No, Fowler was always Olympia.
Yeah, okay. So, hang on. What was the party? Scott?
Scott tried to play his melee sorcerer, which would have been fine if he had gotten proper gear to melee.
Either proper gear or, like, feats to allow him to not have to be directly in melee with only 11 AC.
But we died at level 2, so we didn't get that chance.
Yeah.
Plus, I was proper positioning. I just got lightning bolt.
Yeah. Good shit.
Yeah. And then the icing on the cake with that situation was the backstabbing party member we had.
That wasn't a backstab. That was just.
It was.
I would not consider that a backstab, but I would just consider that extremely poor morals.
Player backstab, not character.
See, I don't even think that's. I mean, like, okay, it's. So, long story short, Fowler played a necromancer, so not wanting Roland to like die, the necromancer pulled that fucking D&D necromancer meme and just took the corpse of the fallen heroes from like that total party wipe, and then started, unbeknownst to the rest of the party, making skeletons and other undead out of them, and using them as like followers.
Speak of the bitch, and he shall arrive.
Aha.
Yes.
It was funny because my character eventually learned of this, and I was just like, yeah, okay, this is fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
Who's that?
We were explaining...
Tuhama learning Olymbria's secret.
Yeah, we were explaining the events of Return of the Rune Lords in the beginning.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
It was so good. That doesn't even fucking come remotely close to the greatest player bamboozle of all time. The fucking the shenanigans with the demon in Rise of the Rune Lords. God, that was so good.
Yeah, I think we have different definitions.
It was a necessary.
Okay, let me change the word good. It had extreme emotional results.
But that is more accurate.
And that is good to me.
And it was a necessary evil to save all those people.
True. And hey, you got some cool-ass weapons out of it. It just costs a complete loss of trust in one player. But that's neither here nor there. Today, what game are we playing today, Fowler?
Well, we are going to have the pleasure of playing the final game of Book 4 of Strange Aeons. Yeah, I am extremely excited to bring this book to a close, and I hope that you all are ready for a little bit of the wrap up. Give me just 1 second as I place the finishing touches on something here. Alright, let me just put all these old ones here and all those old ones there. You know, just a few horrible things this way.
Any aberrations?
None, of course.
Ah, typical.
All right. Now, just to make sure, everyone is leveled for this game, correct?
We're level
Yes,
14?
we.
The only person who isn't is Draymore because
But
I
he's
mean,
I
he's
don't.
supposed to.
I've never. Well, he's supposed to level up one more time, but I've never had access to his character.
Nah, you see, you just didn't believe in yourself hard enough. You just see, if you would have just believed a little bit
Okay,
harder.
I'll believe just a bit more right now.
Look at that. Dude, that's fucking-
I still don't have it.
Actually, you do.
Actually, I don't.
You really do, though.
Not 2.0.
The 2.0 isn't real. It's the I made that 2.0 for Josh T, but he never used it.
Okay.
So it's just the original character sheet.
Yeah, because he's supposed to be level 12, and we're all supposed to be.
Well, if we're level... I thought that's what we were
14.
before.
No, we went from 11 to 14.
Yes.
Ah,
Yeah, so he's supposed to be 12. We're all supposed
Yeah.
to be 14.
All right.
So I'll level him as we play.
Yeah.
Oracles
so
are actually pretty easy to level.
I gotta
give
figure out what I can
the-
do first.
the fun meat and bones. When we last left off, you all had finished your way through the Mysterium. The party had finally gotten to the bottom and had met a mysterious guardian. And he was kind and gracious enough to transport the party to the next location that Laos had went to. Now, if you all are willing, you all had some time to study the Mysterium if you wish to do so. And that is my next question. Did you all wish to do that in between leaving, or did you all want to, be right on Laos's ass?
So, like, that gateway was closing and, fucking Dr. Frankenstein's legs leapt up and took off after it. So, I think we should just take off. Like, there's absolutely an amazing amount of knowledge in here, but, like, I don't think this opportunity will come again. What do you all think?
I vote Portal. But that's me.
Okay.
And you know me.
All right. Well, we're going to do it that
Well-
majority consensus on this one.
With that being
like the
said...
Also,
I'm looking
Draymore's
at
seen
health.
better days with Aaron's character portrait.
Hmm?
I said Draymore's seen better days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was still Zergia.
I see. That's funny.
All right. Well, to bring us back to now, like the beginning of this, you all were going through that portal. All you knew is that it was going to another wonderful desert city known as Okeno.
Ooh.
What else?
Okeno is not near the city that there's so many of these cities. Kathir is. It is not the typical port town. Now, it is still lavish and extravagant, but it's not like one of the major hubs of the entire world.
Right. It's oddly enough, in like all the APs we've been playing recently, it's been like one metropolis after another.
Which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Like, because with, the Shackles, the kind of cool thing is like you all have access to Metropolis whenever you want to.
Hmm.
In this game, you went from, good lord, yeah, Kathir was pretty Kathir was almost immediate, and then from Kathir, you all were in the Dreamlands, and
Yeah,
that
there was one in the
giant
Dreamlands.
city. I can't think of the name of that city.
Yeah, I mean, that one is like ridiculously big, even by metropolis standpoints.
Yeah,
You know what
But-
would make our Metropolis better?
what?
If I had some spending cash.
Well, don't worry. You all are getting ready to get so much money. You're not going to know what to do
Oh.
with your little twiddling cells after this game.
Well, I know exactly what I'm gonna do with my little twiddling self.
But
He's gonna twiddle.
at the moment that you all step through the portal the keepers made for you, and you wind up in one of these little bustling streets. If it was another city, a small town, people might freak out a little bit. But at this point, you almost kind of pop out what looks to be kind of like a little teleportation center. as though people expect, higher level mages or clerics, they're not uncommon in this world, although they're not exactly
Right.
common. But you all kind of pop out in a little hub that is meant for this type of thing. And you all are immediately berated with another type of vision in your head.
Oh shit.
Oh no.
There are shifting sands, like just an endless desert, and even all of you all begin to feel dry in the mouth, like just horrible, horrible sensations of just willing away. But then there's a type of pus, like an infection. It's like you all have been caked so long, it's like you were withering. But now that it's like this infection is just fermenting, and it's just getting more and more bile, and it's slowly growing. And you all have the same sound in your head of what seems to be like almost like an old woman's voice. The voice is getting more and more clear each time you hear this voice. Go ahead.
Speaking of voices that aren't clear, is there something wrong with your mic, Fowler? Or
I don't believe
is it
so.
on a weird setting? You seem like staticky, kind of. Or is that just me?
I think he might have it where he's got his decibel gauge right where he's kind of doing his whisper talk at. So whenever he drops his voice down it starts to cut out.
How do I sound now?
Oh, perfect.
Okay. All right. So as this voice is beginning to explain this, you hear, "The time is coming. You must find me. I am here to be found. But you must be quick." And then you all
Reveal yourself, stranger.
subside from the vision.
I'll never not use that.
Like as the vision's fading, Gregor kind of like still in a bit of a trance, like in the middle of this street, says, "But where are you?" And then like he looks around and
I'm so
There's
sorry.
there's like a beggar on the street holding a cup, and he's like, "Well, I'm here." He kind of shakes his cup at you.
Oh, I'll drop a gold coin in.
He nods his head, and then puts back on his blindfold where he's pretending to be blind.
I grab my helm of the Mammoth Lord and I tip it to him.
well, I suppose Abadar enjoys business in all forms, though this one seems a bit unscrupulous.
Scrupulous?
Yes, unpleasant.
Just as a reminder, the
He seems
knowledge that
quite
you all
nice.
have coming into Okano is that Laos was here to acquire the business of someone known as Biting Lash, a slaver.
Oh.
Now, for Laos to have traveled from Ustalov to here just to acquire the services of this person, they gotta be pretty knowledgeable. Whether they're good, bad, evil, lawful, chaotic, indifferent, whatever this Biting Lash must be,
Indeed.
You can put two and two together.
Yeah, like if to have traveled so far for, a slaver, if we know him to be that, he must obviously have a resource that he really, really wants. So,
So how do you wish to go about discerning information or getting some information about this person?
Well, first we need to disperse from our current location. We're drawing a bit of an eye.
Of course. After a little bit of time, you all kind of find a back alley type bar, a little pub type thing, whatever the local flavor would be for this town. Think of an old western, more or less, and you find that kind of bar.
Okay. A saloon.
Yeah, there we go.
All right. So the four of us have found a place. We are definitely deserving of some kind of refreshment at the moment. Holy shit. A bit worn out, methinks.
Yeah, you all literally just got done fighting a literal, guardian from heaven.
Yeah. If we weren't so strapped, I would like to rest, but...
You all are so close. You're
Exactly.
so close.
Yeah,
Although rest, if you all do wish to rest, there's nothing wrong with that.
no,
It is all just it's all your opinions. It's all based on
yeah,
what
of
you
course, of
all
course.
want to do.
Now that we've kind of like sat down and have like drinks or something to chew on or whatever the hell, I'm gonna look around to our party and I guess we're like sitting at kind of like a circular table or something in that, and like this dusty saloon, and I'll say, well, what? Okay, let's lay out what we know. We know that Laos was here, and we know that he met up with someone in particular. Though I don't know why I know the name Biting Lash. I can't recall why. But
I can tell you why.
Why is that?
He was the slaver that Laos bought me from.
I'll kind of like give a what? Like shake of my head and look back at you.
Yes. See, Laos never approached me with the offer of gain like he did you or Aaron or Draymore. He forced me.
Yes, he was a slave. Remember that.
That somehow slipped my mind.
Yes.
Well, that is something in particular. I suppose that we need to find this fellow as quickly as possible. Strike while the iron's hot, I say. I suppose I might go about town and ask the folks around if I can whip up any knowledge of where this man might be, or how to get in contact with this Biting Lash. What will you all do?
Well, considering that we watched him follow his legs through the portal, and then did nothing to stop him from getting to his legs, I would like to try and track down what's-his-face.
Oh yes, what was his name again?
Yakni and Mun.
Oh yes, man. Well,
I don't really care what he does with his life now, but
Well,
he
he does still have plenty to answer for.
It's a good thing. Can't get in too much trouble. I kept his little sticky thing here, and I pull it out of my bag and shake it.
Indeed. Wasn't that exactly what he was using to create explosives?
Yes. So if you don't got it, you
You
ain't got
might want to be careful with that.
I put it back in my bag, and you just hear a...
Yeah, he just throws it overhanded into his bag.
Yeah, a little bit of smoke coming from his bag.
I'll just trust that will hold any potential explosion. I'll say, well then, Aaron, you and Draymore might want to go about using whatever magical means that you might have to locate this Mun. Where that portal led definitely seemed arcane, and I know no one better in the field of arcane other than... But actually, I don't know anyone better in the arcane than you.
Okay.
And you're in? I'll kind of like turn and look as he's finished probably his third plate of whatever we're handing him.
What should I do?
What?
He's like a dog awaiting orders.
Oh, well,
He's a good puppy.
Hmm. This biter, as you were, is there anything you would know on him, I suppose? You were enslaved to him, apparently.
You do know one thing,
Okay.
Maddie. He is a null. He exclusively
Holy
all of
shit.
his. He's a null slaver, and all of his employees are nulls.
Well, of course they
Ah.
are.
Yeah, I'll say he's a null, and he employs no one but nulls.
Of
He's
course.
a null.
He's a
She's
slaver,
a null.
pretty much.
We're all the null.
So,
Any other race.
where are we exactly again? Oh, again, you said the name of the city. What's the name of it?
Yeah, I got you here. We'll go back to this beautiful little map here.
Uh-huh.
So you all are currently in Okeno.
Okeno?
Kathir was right here.
Okay.
I'm sorry, yes, because you started
No,
all the way
Kathir was
back
right here, right?
Yeah, this was not Kathir. This was, oh my goodness,
Where we
So-
started the
yes.
boat and stuff like that, yeah.
And then Kathir's here.
Okeno
Now
is...
Okeno is off the map to the right.
Oh,
Oh.
it's not in Avestan or Garund.
Correct.
Well,
You all are starting to get into the thick deserts.
Yes, I suppose I would. I would have eventually like asked whatever bartender or waiter we have assisting us, and like asked where we are. Like, excuse me, we're travelers. What city is this? You know, something to that effect. And then he would tell me, and then I would just like roll, you know, my ridiculous knowledge skills and be like, wow. I say at that point, it seems as if we are no longer in Kansas anymore.
The bartender says, "What is a Kansas?"
Oh, it's just a simple elven saying. Nothing, just something I read in a book once. I'll just kind of like just shuffle away from him.
Quite. As he pours you some extremely like dark tea, which still has like the grounds of the coffee on the bottom of it.
Oh, hot damn. Alright, so it's like that, huh? Anyway, yeah, well, if at least we know what we're looking for now, I suppose.
So be wary of any knoll.
Well, I don't think that there'd ever be a time I wouldn't be wary of a knoll in the first place.
All right.
Good.
Well,
Stay on your toes.
Anion has given his part of the help for this. We'll go to the next person. That would be the logical step. Gregor,
Yes.
what type of rolls do you wish to make to try and figure this out? Are we looking for like
Yes,
knowledge
okay.
local or diplomacy?
So, I have a very particular set of skills. Skills that make me very proficient in tracking down people just like this. And that is, let's see, where is the skill in particular? It is one of my investigator talents, and I can't find it, and I want to cry. I have, no, that's for tracking. What's this do? Relentless, I can't remember. I have so many abilities I can't fucking remember what they do. Let's see, oh, okay, these all involve, like, if I find their tracks. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, ask around, the city and see if I can, like, find any connections after, you know, an hour, or not an hour, a couple hours
Also-
of wandering about, and try and just see if I can, like, find any connections to the more seedier sides of business in the area to get some information on where we can find this guy.
Okay, yeah, sure. So what type of what will you give me first then?
I mean, I believe that would be diplomacy, yeah.
Yeah, that
Just
sounds
asking
about right.
around over the course of a couple hours.
Yeah, I believe you are correct. Also, let me update this little map for you, because I was incorrect of where it was, but don't worry.
Oh, okay. Oh, ooh. Okay.
Oh. Oh no.
Hey, we're getting into Garoon. Neat.
You're a nice
That-
little island.
This island is getting pretty close to another specific island that has some pretty
Yeah.
good history.
Yeah, we keep making our way south. We might end up in Geb, which would be real fun.
Yeah, that island.
Oh, the Isle of Jollery?
Yeah, it's got some cool history.
My brain. Isn't that the Impossible Island? Isn't that what it's called? Okay.
If you keep going south, far to the south, and then you go east a little bit next to Osirian, you can pick some flowers that'll imbue you with immortal life if you brew them into a tea.
Wasn't that north? Who cares?
No, it's in the far south.
Gotcha.
You're talking about the sun orchids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or we could just say fuck all this and go west and be pirates.
Or even better, we go west and fight the Gorilla King.
That's
Always
true.
it's always the pirates and the Gorilla King.
It
Or we go
always
west
is.
and
For good
then
reason.
deal with. And we just go and roll in college. We go to college.
Yeah, we go. Like,
Yeah.
you know what would be better?
Yeah, we go to the
Books.
jungle to go to college.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. So give me that first diplomacy roll.
Roger.
I have no
31.
doubt you're good. Well, you blow the whole chick out of the water. So get ready for some information.
I rolled terrible.
So, on a result of at least a 5, You learn of the flesh fairs of Volcano. These are
Oh,
known, these are
what?
the flesh fairs.
The
These are
flesh
known as
fairs.
yeah, like think of a fair, like da 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 da
Yeah,
da da.
yeah.
But they're the flesh fairs.
Where the
They,
fuck
these are
we?
what these are what's known as the slave markets in Ocano,
Ugh.
and they are by far the largest income in the entire inner sea region for Ocano.
Wow.
Like everyone comes to Ocano for slaves.
Oh.
Yep. And at any given time, almost half the population of this pirate city is made up of slavers and their merchandise.
Holy shit.
Yeah, half the population of this metropolis.
Wow.
And then, to a 10, far from being an outcast, Knoll slavers are actually welcomed and are considered to be the most professional of their ilk. They even have their own slave market known as the Laughing Flesh Fair, on account of the way the bidding is done with the laughing cries of barks, where, at least in theory, Knolls are the only traders allowed. On 20,
Wow.
although openly welcome in the city, the Knoll slavers are despised by many other humanoids that work the trade. This is often a case of simple professional jealousy, but sometimes from a sense of loathing at how they treat their merchandise. Knolls aren't necessarily known for being nice. The Knolls are
They're actually known
paranoid
for
about
the
their
opposite.
security. Exactly. And they operate in a web of deceit. Many take pseudonyms, and they keep their slave pits fueled in mystery. Many of the Knoll slavers keep their merchandise in different locations and keep their most prized possessions in fortified structures away from their own flesh fairs. On 25, one of the most successful and civilized Knoll traders is the Hyena Princess Najano, a lady of great intelligence and influence. She is so powerful that she operates openly at the Laughing Flesh Fair, and she knows every powerful Knoll in the city. And on a 30, Biting Lash is a pseudonym, nothing more. Biting Lash primarily deals with people she already knows, issuing the flesh fairs when it comes to seeing her own or selling her own slaves. She is highly paranoid about betrayal and goes to great lengths to keep the details of her inventory a secret. She is known to use the subordinates and spies to purchase new slaves at the flesh fairs instead of going in person. Like most Knoll traders, she likes anonymity and even changes her appearance regularly.
Interesting.
So, TLDR, there's a supposed Hyena Princess Najano here. She would know where Biting Lash would be at.
Yeah. Well. We come back a few hours later. Do you want to do Aaron's thing now?
Yes. So, Aaron, you and Gregor, or not Gregor, you and Draymore are currently trying to track down the, part, or at least one of the two halves of Mickey and Munn. How do you wish to go about doing that?
Scott.
I'm gonna go back to that hobo that we saw sitting on the street begging for money.
He's going to pretend that he doesn't see you because that's what he does for a living.
Cool, then he won't see me cast suggestion on him to talk to me.
He automatically fails. There's no way that he can pass any of your saves or any of
I
your
tell him
spells.
to cut the crap and speak to me.
He looks at the wall behind you and begins speaking. He still has his blindfold on.
Okay. Another man came out of here. One with no torso, and he was chasing. One with no legs, and he was chasing a pair of legs. Where did they go?
You expect me to remember where a torso went?
Yes.
That's fair enough. Well, I don't know where a torso went, but I did see a pair of legs go running down the alley.
Cool. Which alley?
Yeah, the camera pans out, and there's like 10 alleys going from exactly where you're at. He says, "Truth be told, I'm not for sure. I've never had the opportunity to speak with a pair of legs."
You know, neither have I. To be quite honest. I would like to gain that opportunity, and you're going to help me do it.
He like holds his midsection really tight. He's scared
Come.
you're gonna cut him in half.
I'll buy you. I'll buy you some food. You seem hungry.
He's automatically up and has his arm around you. He's like, "Where are we going?"
To this bar.
Oh, he said that place sucks.
To that bar.
Okay.
I take
He
him in the
said-
bar.
This is like a 5-star establishment now you walked into. It's just hidden as a regular bar on the outside.
And I'm going to sit him down, buy him a nice steak, and while he's digging in, I am going to quietly, to myself, have Draymore distract him while I cast Gios.
Okay. Now remind me. Yeah, okay. So you're making him you're commanding him to do something.
Yep,
What are
he
you
has a
commanding him
quest.
to discuss? Okay, correct. All right. So, for the rest of this day, or until it's discharged, which he'll probably be able to rustle this information up in about a day.
He's got 2 weeks to do it, so...
You all want to take 2 weeks doing this?
No, but it lasts 2 weeks. If
Yeah.
he can't find it within 2 weeks, it's over. And he
Yeah.
just acts normally.
So he eats all his food and he says, I must admit this was a delicious meal. He kind of like Superman rips off his clothes to reveal he's wearing like an actual like halfway nice set of clothes underneath. He's one of them kind of beggars, you know, and says, I'll get back with you, boss. And then he walks out.
Nice. Look at Draymore.
He licks his eyeball.
Well, are you going to foot the bill or do I have to?
I believe in equal rights for women and for men.
Fair enough. How much is it?
About 350.
Goddamn Loch Ness monster.
And then you are able to go along your way. And Adrian, you have more than suffice to have already some information. But a little bit of extra information for you that you know about Biting Lash. Obviously, like I was saying, you know, she's very paranoid. So on and so forth. So where she's going to be at is actually not going to be in the city. It's going to be somewhere outside of the city. Like, you know that for 100% certain. And if anybody tells you different, they're full of shit. Like, you were literally there at one point in time.
Hell yeah.
All right. So eventually everyone's able to kind of meet back together and collaborate, you know, stop, collaborate, and listen when everything they got going on. So, it seems like the most logical lead is this hyena princess. Do you all wish to go now or after you've collected yourselves? And we'll say it's taken about a half day to rustle up all this information. Between having to hit all the corners and things like that. So at this
place has a
point,
market, right?
yes, it does have its own marketplace, and I can post all the goodies for that here in just a moment.
It's fine. I'm not looking for any, you know, like name brand items or stuff like that. I just need to get a new wand of Shield of Faith.
Oh yeah, how much is that?
Depends on the cash level and number it charges.
Well, a brand new wand's always going to come stock with 50.
Yes. Shield of Faith is what, a first level spell?
Mm-hmm. So what, 750?
Yeah.
Yeah.
750 for first level spell, caster level.
All right. I was mistaken. This is a large city, not a metropolis, but so second largest city you can find. Let's go ahead and I'll make that roll for you to see if you can find it.
Yeah, let's see. price is the level of spell times the creator's cash level times 70. Okay, so that's what it is. So if I were to get a full... Yeah, I found it.
Yeah, you find it.
2 would be 1,500, right? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So 3, 2,025. My math right?
2,225.
Which I don't have that. But if I get at a half charged wand or lower, we can randomly determine the number of charges on it, and then we can figure up the cost if you want to do that.
Yeah, we can do that here in a little bit, but you'll for sure have one for now.
What level spell is it?
Level
It's a
1.
first level spell.
Oh, you're just trying to get like a wand of Shield of Faith or what?
Yeah.
It's
And
just 750 gold. Do you not have
yeah,
that?
it's 750 for a caster level first level spell.
He's
So-
wanted to be a higher caster level,
Yeah,
level 1
and-
spell.
Gotcha.
I want it to be at least a caster level 2, if not.
Uh,
So-
the price of the wand is equal to the level times the caster level times 750.
Yeah,
So-
that's the math we were doing earlier.
Yeah, I gotcha. So you just double that, I guess.
All right. Well, to continue on, are we sleeping?
Yeah, I mean, like, what time is it in game?
In game, it is late afternoon, early evening. The sun is on its way down.
Again, so my vote's gonna be to try and at least find out how to make contact with this woman by the end of at least, if not actually go to meet her at night, because gnolls are more nocturnal, are they not? If they're anything like hyenas.
Yeah, it definitely depends. Some of them do operate during the day more, and then some of them do operate at nighttime. It just depends on them specifically, but you are correct.
Like I say, my vote is going to be to try and make contact with this one, like, before resting.
Okay, or at least figure out how to do that. Right.
Yeah, all right.
Something
So,
like
you all begin making your way to try and figure out where Biting Lash is. So, on to the flesh fairs. After a little bit of time moving around town, can I get a knowledge local from you, Mr. Gregor?
Aye, aye. I roll a
Nice.
34.
Now, you know that it's not best to just kind of like outright be asking about Biting Lash. Like,
Oh, you did? No, yeah.
yeah,
I'm not gonna
didn't-
be doing. Excuse me. Do you know what I'm? You know.
yeah.
No,
now,
not
while
that.
Biting Lash is like probably the most one of the most prolific slave traders in Okano, extremely paranoid.
Right.
So, someone close to her would definitely have to be the one that would, seal the deal. And eventually, you'll make your way to the flesh markets. Now, this is, I'm not gonna lie, it's a pretty ugly sight. You have everything from, nice slaves dressed in fine clothes. The only reason you'd even think they'd be a slave is the fact that they're literally shackled by their neck. If it wasn't for that, they would seem to be out of place in a desert city and such finery. And then on the opposite of that, you see everything from the elderly, the young, children, anything in between. Nothing but rags on them, whipped and bloodied and bruised. This is a true blue slave market.
Yeah. I mean, okay. We've also seen horrifying shit before this, so though this is terrible.
For sure. Oh yeah, for sure.
We've seen children of eldritch deities. This is just another Wednesday.
Yeah, or a Thursday.
I'm gonna roll some healing for Draymore.
Yeah, you're fine.
This was done earlier.
Yeah. All right. Now, eventually, you all are able to find a type of emissary for the Hyena Princess. And after a little bit of persuasion through possibly Aaron's little suggestive ways, you can make your way to her. Just to give a reminder of what she looks like.
Looks like a hyena mixed with a human.
Well, fuck, you got me. All right, actually,
Any minute now.
yeah, don't mind the man behind the curtain.
Don't hold
Right
your breath.
down the road.
Yeah, right down the road. All right, here is what she looks like.
Oh. Well,
Quite lovely for a knoll.
for a null, for sure.
Nice, Scott. You finally get to live out your fantasy.
Lol.
What are you talking about? Aaron's not a small little angel boy.
Fuck.
They are both canines.
Oh, I thought he was going a different direction.
I was.
Anyhow.
So anyway,
Yeah. So we're brought before this woman?
yeah. At this point, you're brought into an extremely lavish tent. You know, a nice little respite from the very arid airs that are going on around you all and the almost kind of picked up wind. And she's sitting behind a desk writing down in a ledger book.
Oh, I'm gonna see her and I'm gonna instantly bow and is like, Princess.
Yeah. What I know, like the proper cultural custom upon meeting this woman would be.
Yeah, let's get knowledge local.
Oh, okay. Let's see.
I've just been told royalty you have to bow.
Yeah,
That's
28.
That's
Wait.
something Gregor has taught me.
So, oh, look at Adrian learning a new trick.
Lol.
Gregor, you know that there is no royalty in Okano. Like, there's just no, it doesn't exist. But she commands a type of respect that her fellow slavers refer to her as princess.
Okay. Well, I'll still like take my hat off at least.
Hmm.
And
How does
two
Aaron-
giant donkey ears pop out of it.
How does Aaron and Draymore respond?
I will,
I assume they do.
curtsy and bow and
Oh.
try to
Yeah.
act nice to her.
One little ear will kind of flop a little bit, and she'll say, "Could it be the half giant from the River Kingdoms?"
I'm gonna sit back straight and just point a finger at my face and go, me? Question mark.
You are quite a sight for sore eyes. I almost had you for myself if it wasn't for that Ustalavic man years ago.
Gregor, what was his name?
I like kind of lean up and put like a hand up to my face to direct my voice towards him and say, "I think she's talking about Laos, my good one."
Oh, you mean Laos?
Oh, it pains me to hear his name. Someone thinks they can bring in a little bit of money and outbid royalty. It's such a ugly sight.
Probably.
But, wow, I must admit, it is surprising to see she's kind of looking and taking stock of all four of you. The exotic stock here. How can the princess help you all today?
Oh,
As she looks at her knoll that's led you all in here for some reason.
Indeed.
um,
I suppose Time for me to do my stuff.
Yeah, I'll motion towards Gregor. It's like, yeah, he's better at talking.
I must say, my dear princess, I'll give like a bit of a put my hand up to my chest and kind of barely bow, just as a form of respect, and say, I can't help but notice that your voice has all the expected venom towards Hasserton, and let us rest assured within you that we also share that same venom. Now,
Gives that wild hyena laugh when you say that.
God. Ugh. I like keep my smile, but like a shiver flies up my spine. It's just so unsettling. The kind of shit. So yeah, I'll say I'm glad to see that my assumption is correct. Might I give you a little secret?
Her ears lay back a little bit, and she'll say, "You say give as though it is not mine to earn or take."
Oh, you must understand. It's a simple elfin slip of the tongue. It's just the way that we speak. It is the customs here are a bit different to me. I'm still adapting, you see.
I have seen many elves and never heard such a custom.
Oh? Have you heard of many elves from Ustalav, then?
She raises a very furry eyebrow and is awaiting for you to keep talking.
Indeed. Anyhow, allow me to give the information to you and not withhold it any longer, then. We are, my party and myself, of course, are on a quest to kill Hasserton. And in order to do so, we need a bit of information on which to find the best path towards him. He is very close indeed, and we can't have him slipping from our grasp yet again.
She kind of snorts a little bit, as you can tell she's thinking. She kind of gives a big yawn, showing just all too wide teeth.
Oh, yeah. That horrifying,
Yeah.
Ugh. So, fun fact. Have you guys actually seen a hyena in real life?
Correct.
Have you seen how big
Yes.
they fucking are?
They are fucking massive.
Yeah, you don't. So you watch The Lion King, and they look like little wiry dog people, right? A hyena at its shoulder is almost as tall as I am.
Yeah,
It's
they're
fucking
massive,
horrifying. They're giant,
which is crazy to think about.
and the women are bigger.
Yeah.
the females, I should say.
Mm-hmm. She says, to kill Laos would be to deny someone a client.
Is that so? And who are you, this client? I would not dare do something against you, my princess.
Roll your diplomacy for me, please.
Gladly. Hiya! Boom! 31 still?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Alright, yeah. She'll look at you and says, I have recently seen Laos.
Indeed.
She kind of looks at her little book and says, Indeed, I believe it was 3 days ago.
I'll betray a twitch of my eyebrow at that, but not lose my smile.
You wish to deny a slaver someone that would do business with her. He is not buying from me.
Trust me, I do not believe that he is going to be buying from anybody. Any business he has promised you, he has surely lied.
She rubs her chin and says, What is in it for me?
That is a good question. I'll sit back on it and think, in our travels, we have come across many a thing. Many other opportunities. Many questions left unanswered, unfortunately. What is it that you would like, my princess?
She points one of her fingers and says, That one. Straight at Aneurin. That is my price.
Your price.
She doesn't even blink.
You wish to have him permanently or for a task?
She gives a little bit of that same little fucking wicked hyena laugh. And she'll say, well, of course I wish to have him. He will be mine. I missed him once. I will not miss him again.
Oh, I see.
But I'm not for sale.
Indeed.
Not anymore.
That simply means that Laos currently still owns you, whether he realizes it or not.
No.
Actually, we have proof of purchase that he is actually sold priorly. He is a free man. Oh, hang on. I'm trying to remember the fucking madhouse. What was it called again?
The Briarstone.
Briarstone. Yes, I'll say he was sold to an official in Briarstone Asylum in Ustalov, and from there he earned his freedom through to unfortunate events that befell it.
Laos gave you away.
Indeed.
Yes.
That can't be
course.
Right.
He doesn't know the diamond in the rough.
If truth be told, he threw us all away.
That is not exactly correct, but it is have a kernel of truth to it, my dear lady. You see, he used us, and he believed us spent, so he discarded us.
Well, one can do with their property however they wish.
Of course. Such is the way of business.
I can't believe, though, that the Laos would give this one up after spending so much. She rummages through her desk while you are like talking back and forth, and a few of her gnolls that are in the room with her are kind of
I'm
watching
gonna
her.
sense motive on this situation. Do I detect any danger coming from what she's up to?
Go ahead.
My god, a 46.
The only thing you're getting from her, you get no ill hunches. You just sense extreme curiosity.
Indeed.
Eventually, she pulls out what seems to be a dog whistle.
That's hilarious.
And she gives a very harsh blow on the whistle. And no one can hear it.
Right.
Although, Aneurin, you have an immediate burning sensation on the back of your neck.
Okay.
Anyone that's around Aneurin can see what appears to be a personalized insignia on the back of his neck.
Oh shit!
I reach my hand back there and touch it and be like, what is this?
And given away. Alright. If she puts the whistle back underneath, she'll say, my dear, you are still owned.
What? I will be genuinely surprised.
She'll say, occasionally, on the higher ends of who sells you, and now I distinctly know who you were bought from. This is interesting. Occasionally, when you're sold in these areas, you can add a little bit of insurance. The insurance being, if the master still knows that you're obviously his, and he'll have a command word or perhaps a command item. This one here is simply just a flashlight, as one might say, to reveal what's in the dark. He'll actually have the keys to the, house, as it were. If Aneurin was to go against him, all Laos would need to do is just command what is his.
Oh dear. Oh dear, that is not good at all. Well. Then I suppose we are in absolutely no position to sell Aneurin, seeing that he apparently is already owned. I say pull on my collar a little bit.
She'll say, I do understand why you're here now, though. You wish to find Biting Lash. There is
Very
only
astute.
two people in this city that do the type of magics that has been done to him. Biting Lash and me. And I didn't do it.
Can you remove it?
She gives a big huff and she's thinking. She'll say, I am able to do so. Biting Lash has long been a rival of mine. Well, I am fair and kind, and extremely beautiful. Biting Lash is the opposite. Although I cannot deny she is resourceful. If you can go and bring me her head, I would gladly release you of this magic.
Done. This should be, well, not too difficult, I should say, considering that we've been through already.
Biting Lash lies here, and she'll produce a map where not even her null advocates can see it. And she puts a little mark on it. It is a day's ride from here.
Let's see.
That is the last known whereabouts I've seen her at.
Well, we shall be swift then. The last time you saw her, were there any identifying marks or any means of picking up on who she actually is? I am aware that she likes to change her look from time to time.
She typically always carries a companion, an eagle.
An eagle, you say?
Or a hawk. Or a dove. But
form
always a
of
bird.
An avian, a raptor, perhaps. Very good. That is very helpful, thank you. Now, might I, as a worshipper of the carrier of the Golden Key, have our business transaction notified in PIN?
She looks at you and says, a true worshipper of Abadar as I see living.
Indeed.
Fair enough. She claps her little paws together, which are soft from where her hands are soft-pawed. And another little noble walk up and will begin writing the paperwork up.
Excellent. I'll give the paper a once-over. Does everything seem proper?
Can I get a knowledge, or not knowledge, can I get a linguistics check to see?
Yes, you can. That's a 27. Suit you.
Everything appears to be in working order.
There's no tricks.
May
No?
I see it?
Yes, you can.
Ooh, Aaron! Check you out.
do spot an extra clause
Oh,
with a 35.
God damn, girl.
The hyena princess Najano has been doing this trade for as long as she's been in Okano. She knows how to word everything exactly the way she needs to make sure that she's always going to be on top. In one of the clauses, it notates that if you all were to bring back Biting Lash's head, and to confirm that she is dead, if the deed is done in less than 24 hours, the agreement is as it was instructed. If it takes you longer than 24 hours to take care of this, from the time that you all leave here, Aeon will be subject to her own devices upon return.
Why does this woman want my pee-pee so bad?
You're a big are you? Do you actually have to ask that question? You're a tremendous slave.
Think about how abnormal you are.
Yeah. Just look at that character art.
Yeah.
Look at it!
The struggles of success.
You're like 3 heads taller than everyone here, and most people here are gnolls. They're gigantic.
Just from where you're from to the color, like just the blue hue, everything about you screams expensive.
Indeed.
How much
Anyway.
was I worth?
She never said.
All right. So,
I'm
This
gonna
is
look this
you wanna
woman
bring
dead
that
in
up?
the eye. I'm gonna look this woman dead in the eye, and in fucking Knoll. 'cause
Oh
it's one
shit!
of my
Actually
languages,
speaks null.
I'm gonna be like, this sentence here. Reword it. That is not part of the agreement.
I'm gonna like say, excuse me. I'm gonna like look it over, and then I'm gonna get it like, oh, good eye, Aaron.
She takes a prick of her own finger and uses her blood to cross it out. And she'll say, very astute.
I'm also gonna read it. Then that whole conversation's gonna happen, and everyone's gonna be like, "But look at you! Everything about you screams expensive." I'll be like, "How much was I worth?"
She'll say, if memory serves, Lao's outbid me 10,000 to my 9.
Wow. That is quite a lot.
I came home with more, but he came home with the better quality.
I see. It was,
What was that?
good doing business with you so far. We will see that our end is held up in full.
She nods. All right. And then the gnolls lead you away back to the open area of the flesh fairs.
Mm-hmm.
That felt good.
Yeah, bravo.
Good job.
That's-
Good
Also-
job, Aaron.
Notice that I took the language of Anurin, so now I can hear his fucking bullshit.
The
Hmm?
language of Aaron.
I don't speak a language while in animal form.
But I can at least get your gist.
I'm totally okay with that.
I think he's just like, just so you can get your meaning, not like
Mm.
actually what you're
I
saying.
won't understand precisely what you mean, but I'll get the general idea.
You get like a single noun or verb out of the sentence.
How do you know Sylvan?
Anyone can know
It's a
Sylvan.
language you can. I can't learn Druidic
Yeah, Druidic
Oh,
is, yeah.
that's it.
Yeah.
unless
there-
I capture a druid and force them to tell me.
Yeah, at
and
that
even
point,
then,
the
usually
druid-
they won't.
Yeah. Because that would mean that the druid gives up all of
Yeah.
their druidic power.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all of it. It's like one of the bigger betrayals of the class.
However, I know Druidic.
Indeed. It's pretty cool
I like-
that class knows Druidic.
Yeah, but I like having you have power.
Yeah. Anyhow, cool.
I just T-pose over Erin because I know Druidic and she doesn't.
It's
And
funny.
I can't teach her because I don't know how to teach her.
I like that you know a shitload of languages, Aaron, and I don't think I know any of the ones you know, except Aklo. Aklo and
Each one of
Abyssal.
these, like the last up to Auron, like from Auron onward, I've been putting into my headcanon that the more books of Laus's I read, the more I'm having to learn because there's so many references to this, that, and the other, and I've been having to cross-reference and learn these languages.
I love that.
Like, one of them is eel. Fucking. One of your languages is eel. You weirdo. All right.
You're fucking sick.
Well, I suppose we need to procure ourselves some means of transportation.
I could always turn into a tiger.
You could always turn into a tiger.
Rar.
See,
XD, XD.
The funniest part is I didn't have any wild. Okay, so probably need to do this. What's their name? Biter? Biting?
Yeah,
Biter.
biting lash.
Biter. She knows who I am, so I probably shouldn't show up looking like me. So I should probably wild shape into an animal.
That's not a bad idea.
Indeed.
Actually, a really good idea.
But I think a tiger is too big and a dino is too bizarre. So probably best if I turn into the eel whenever we go to Storm Castle.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
You want to be an eel?
I mean, so it's easy. I'm small, so someone could carry me.
Don't you? Isn't that an aquatic creature? Don't you have to like people to
It
breathe
is
water?
not an aquatic creature, actually. Eels breathe air.
What's happening?
So, who are you just going to slither, or is someone going to carry you, or
I mean, I have a
Isn't
speed
it-
of 5 feet, but
isn't it kind of fucking weird that an eel would just be like casually slithering with the rest of the party?
no, that's why someone would be carrying me, either in a bucket or in their arms.
In the arms of an angel. All right.
I
Draymore
So-
will,
so your
Draymore
wild
will
shape-
wear you as a scarf.
Your wild shape only lets you turn into those things.
They only lets me turn into things that I have the aspects for,
Gotcha.
and those are my
That's
3 current
so
aspects.
fucking funny. All right. Yeah, you will be Draymore's scarf.
That's pretty funny. That is hilarious.
All right. So. Okay. I think we could do this better if we get 2 scrolls of Windwalk. It would cost a pretty penny, but upon doing it, let's see here. A scroll of Windwalk would, let's see, it's a level 6 spell. What level do you have to be to get level 6 spells? Level 11. Oh, wow, okay. So yeah, no. If we get 2 scrolls of Windwalk, which would cost a grand total of 3,300 gold, like total, we could get there extremely quickly. But actually, I guess the time isn't really a thing to worry about anymore, unless this woman decides to move. So we could just like ride there on horses. That would be a lot less.
If you give me time to make 1 scroll, we can teleport there.
So 2 hours then?
Yeah.
Okay. Now don't forget, you all have not rested.
We have
That's
not
true.
rested.
That we should
Yeah.
probably rest for.
Yeah, you have not
Aaron
rested
should-
since the dungeon crawl you just had.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Aaron should make her scrolls, then rest,
Yeah.
then do
Make
her
make
thing.
2 scrolls. You should make 2 scrolls so we could get there and then back. Or actually,
Here, 50 charges. Let's roll for that.
I mean, we'll need to use it again
regardless.
regardless. So yeah,
Mhm.
go ahead and make 2 scrolls.
So /1d50. See how many charges it has on it.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. That is amazing. Perfect.
Let's see if you can find it.
We already did it. Remember?
Oh, gotcha. That's right.
This was just to see how many charges it had on it. 12. That makes it really cheap. So if it was a 2nd level scroll or wand, it would be 1,500. Right? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So 1,500 divided by 50
Mm-hmm.
is divide by
It's 30 gold.
30 gold per charge.
30 gold
so
per
it'd be
charge.
360. That is perfect for a 2nd level. And I will buy it for 60. He said 65.
Cool. All right. Yeah. While that's happening, do you wanna roll a thing for some RP stuff?
Yes, that's what I would very much like to do.
All right, Aaron, you now have a wand of caster level 2, Shield of Faith, 12 charges on it. And I will need to have 2 charges already out of it right now.
All right. So
Or it's just Shield, not Shield of Faith, I'm sorry.
while you all are resting, Gregor and Anurin, you all will have a little bit of RP as you're preparing for the trek out there to Biting Lash's domain.
Okay. Gregor looks, as we're kind of like walking out from the tent and just, moseying along this Okano's wonderful terrain. I say, so, Anirin, what's the chance that you could turn into a horse and we could ride you there?
Slim, as I only have the 3.
I see. Is there no
unless you-
quadrupedal dinosaur you could perhaps turn into?
No, but I've got the tiger, remember?
Oh, yes, we could do
It's
that.
as big as a horse.
That's true. And I just
You
remember
can ride on
fondly
my
some
shoulders.
creatures-
I'm as tall as a horse.
That is true, but I do recall hunters in the more exotic lands near Magnamar using tigers to ride upon. Interesting.
Where are we at currently?
Okay, now.
No, like location.
We're just like kind of walking through the streets at the moment.
Oh, I thought we were at our like resting place already. Never
Nah,
mind.
we're like on the way there.
Okay.
I'll then say, I must admit, Andrew, I was only joking. I don't intend on riding you anywhere.
I mean, it wouldn't be a bad offer. I'd get you in melee, and I'd keep you safe.
I don't think any place near you is safe, Anurin.
Why's that?
I then start like this like picture reel kind of like thing starts up in like a black and white movie of all the shit we've been through and how Anurin is always like the first one in the most dangerous situation.
But I'm always the last one to come out.
You know, it's the last one to come out, always covered in the viscera of whatever he ran into. He's like Inosuke, but like not malicious.
That's a good
Inosuke
way to
from
put it.
Demon Slayer.
Here, I have a better idea. I'm gonna reach underneath my lab coat. I'm gonna pull out my keychain of necklaces, and I'm gonna detach one of the 12 rabbit's feet that I have on it and hand it to you. It's like, here, you can have one of my lucky rabbit feet.
Oh,
Dude,
that.
He puts it in your hand, and it's fucking horrid.
Yeah,
Why
I will
does
say
everyone think
that's
it's
not necessary.
Because the ghoul hand is right next to it.
The ghoul hand's nothing but bones, remember?
It still smells because ghouls stinky.
Yeah, and ghouls are like
Thank you, ghoul.
like magically smelly. Yeah. Thank you, Anurin. I think
I
to
now
myself.
only have 11.
Well. This
Keep
is
it on you.
interesting.
It's kept me safe so far.
Yes. Quiet.
Okay, so
Yes.
there is a dilemma.
Oh, you want
A
one as
dilemma?
well? I'll hand
No.
one to Aaron.
We should use greater teleport.
The greater teleport.
No chance for fail, but the issue is it's going to cost $24.50 per scroll.
Oh dear. Oh yes, that's right. Teleport isn't perfect. And we don't know where we're going. What is the chance of failure on a regular teleport?
I have no clue where we're going. I've never been there.
Oh yes.
How far out is it?
Let's say that there is a 8% chance. Well, there's a 0% chance that we arrive right on target. There's a 92% chance that we will arrive close by. 8% chance that we just go careening off into the abyss.
That would be unpleasant. I don't know. The more I hear about this, the more I'm thinking the horse maneuver might be the better idea. Either that or the wind walk.
Either way. Well, Windwalk is also a level 7 spell.
Oh. Yes, but that one can fail.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, or gentlemen and lady, I should say.
Well, Greater Teleport is the level 7 spell too.
What have we come to the conclusion of?
Aaron is the one making the scroll. It's up to her.
I've come to the conclusion that if for some reason everyone thinks Anurin is stinky base. It happens every
I vote we walk.
We're surely not walking. But
You know what I mean.
Yes, I am. I'm trying to be jovial here. I suppose we shall be about our way then, after a quick nap. And a word from our sponsors, Raid Shadow Legends. Over 5 billion champions to play from. 7 out of 5 stars on whatever the fuck rating system they use in these commercials. My favorite champion is
Ninja.
Gooch Thundercheeks.
Gooch. I'll see
I
you
love the way
eventually,
the clap
bitch.
of his ass annihilates my enemies in front of me.
How dare you fucking give away his fucking secret technique?
Raid Shadow Legends. Now,
Alright.
back to the funny internet videos.
After a little bit of time where you all are able to rest and get ready for the next day and prepare yourselves, you heal up, and you're ready to go downtown. Now, you all are on the edge of the desert. You rent a couple of horses. It costs literal silver, like nothing. And you're able to make the trek out. So, let me go here. All right. As you're making the journey to what is supposedly this place. After about half a day, you know, the winds are picking up. It's almost like a sandstorm type area. Not quite that severe, but it's getting there. And almost as though it appears out of fucking nowhere, there's a dip. And you realize that it's kind of like almost like a gully, kind of a really steep gully. And there's like a stair, kind of like a passage, like kind of like a beaten trail type deal, going down to the center of this gully. And when you look down, you can see what appears to be like a dilapidated small ruin.
Okay. Well, oh, this is interesting. Do you think that this might be our location? You think she might be hiding down there?
I don't know, man. I'm just an.
I'm just an eel.
Quite possible. I double checked the map.
Did you actually turn into a fucking eel? I'm okay with this. I just want to know if it happened.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
if
He's
we're
on
heading
Draymore's
towards
neck
our
right now.
place, then yes.
Holy shit.
Raymore pops the eel a little bit and kind of fluffs it and says, "Isn't my scarf amazing?"
It is amazing, I must say.
Take me now.
Well,
He looks at Aaron and kind of does like a little shimmy with
Okay.
with the scarf.
I would like to make a check to try and like check the map that we were given, or if we don't have it on us, just like memorize it.
Yeah, knowledge
Does
geography.
this seem like it'll be a geography? Okay. If this is the right place, I get a 34.
Yeah. Yeah, it most certainly seems to be.
It's also funny because this is one of the skills that my headband gives me about this thing.
Yeah. That's actually really cool. So, you all can begin making your way. The winds are picking up a little bit. You don't really see anybody or anything out and about.
I would also like to make a knowledge nature, or just to try and like look at the wind that's picking up, because sandstorms are no laughing matter, and we might need these animals, or it would just be cruel to leave them out to the elements. Does it look like there might be a storm coming, or is it just windy?
Let's see.
I get a 17.
Not really for sure right now, honestly. You can tell that things seem to be like more than they were when you left.
Yeah,
But you're not really for sure.
I don't know if we, Aaron, I don't know if we should risk this storm. Should we bring the animals down there into the ruins, maybe to protect them?
Sure. What could go wrong?
Well, there's plenty that could go wrong, but it would be cruel of us to tie up these animals in a place that can't protect themselves. So, I believe we should also scout this out. Do you want to come with?
No.
Very good. I shall return then.
I'm
The
gonna start wiggling my
signal-
tail at you.
The signal for danger is to run out screaming. Actually, no. If you're gonna go invisible, I will go with you.
Yes. Well, you needn't. Well, if that's the case, I'll turn and look at Draymore. Draymore, you
Yes.
and look at the scarf, and you're in. Stay here for the moment. Try and stay out of sight. If there is anyone down there, I'll send you a magical message. I kind of tap my forehead, letting you know what's up.
As you wish.
Very good. Also, I am going to use my hat.
Oh, you have a
hat
hat
of
of
disguise.
disguise, right?
I make
Yeah.
myself look like a knoll.
Good shit, dude. That is fucking awesome.
I
I
make
just go
myself. I am 6'11" right now. I can be 1 foot
Fuck
taller, and I'll try and make myself as bulky as possible. But yeah, and I'll try and start talking with a bit gravelly of a voice.
I just go
yes.
invisible and start flying.
Excellent. So, you two will begin kind of making your way and scouting things out. You kind of be walking down this little path. Now, I have a very important question for you, this party. Have any of you all ever seen the original Zorro movie with Antonio Banderas?
Yeah.
Oh, I have seen it, but I can't remember.
love
If
it.
Jessie is watching right now, she'll be very excited that you mentioned that because she absolutely adores that movie.
Yeah, that is one of my favorite movies. And the reason I bring that up is there's a scene towards the end of the movie whenever, the slaves that have been working on mining all the gold, well, they were basically strapped in the mountainside in cages. Well, the reason that these slaves have went unnoticed is because it's the same type of deal. There are, as you begin walking down the path, hundreds of slaves that are just barred in these mountains, like inside of this little gully type mountain thing. Like as you start walking down, you just realize that they are there's a shit ton of slaves.
Ay.
But eventually, on your way down, while you're scoping something out, Luke, Aaron, are you like right with him, or are you
Yeah,
like?
I'm with him.
Then
Like I'm
both of
flying
you,
about 3 feet up and behind him.
I'm going to also, as we're doing this, sorry to interrupt. I'm going to cast message and convey the convey what's going on.
Here's my stealth, by the way.
Wow,
and
Who's
finally,
sneaky now, Luke?
you are
finally,
very good.
it's about time.
What stealth do I have to roll to imitate a scarf so they don't know I'm alive?
Dude, you're doing such a good job. You don't even need to roll it.
I got 56.
Fucking stupid. Well, after a little bit of time that you're going down and kind of scoping it out, Luke, you make eye contact with a slave. And she makes eye contact with you.
Oh, that's sad.
Cackletath?
Cackletath. Wait. Oh
This-
shit! That's the one. That's the one. She's the one to be found. Yeah.
When you all see this woman, it kind of rocks you to your core for a second. Because one of the very first images you got after getting your memories back was of a old woman, and behind her a beast with many appendages. Just weird as fuck looking. And ever since then, you've been getting more and more messages of a distinct mental person, and it's slowly turned into the voice of an old lady. Well, as this woman looks up and sees you, she says in almost what seems to be like broken common. And when I say broken, imagine like whenever Kyle's internet starts to go out. Like you all can make out what she's saying, but it's just very disjointed.
Right. Like every other syllable gets fucked.
Yeah, she speaks up and says, "It is about time that you have arrived."
Whenever I use the bowler, the one caveat is that I have to keep a hat on, but it doesn't have to be a hat. It can be any kind of thing that you wear on your head or on the neck or something. So when I turn into this nasty looking gnoll, typically garbed in the ragtag leather, broken leather armors and whatnot, but I have a bandana on.
Nice.
Like all do-rag style. And when I look at her, I'll kind of like jump at this because I've been staring at her wide-eyed, like slack-jawed gnoll style. I like kind of look left and right, and I'll say, "Who are you?" With my gnoll voice.
She says, "You must be the question person."
Hey, watch it with the question. Watch it with the statements.
You are no Knoll.
Hey, watch it, you! I'm gonna like lean in and say, "What? Excuse me, but we are in a bit of a reconnaissance at the moment, and I don't need you bursting my stuff." And I'll lean back again and say, "You watch those things, speaking right to me, slave."
She kind of like reaches up, and you realize that she's shackled 4 ways to the side of the inside of this fucking cave,
Right.
more or less. And she says, "You do not know me, questioner, but I have looked forward and seen you for a long time."
I don't doubt that. You, I'm gonna, like, look around. Is there, like, we're just surrounded by slaves, yeah?
Yeah, there's no guards around you.
Uh,
You see a few towards the bottom, but where you're at currently, you don't see anything.
yeah, I'll give a perception. Is there any, like, people that could spot me?
Let me see the perception.
Yeah. Hiya. It's 32.
Yeah, where you're at right now, you realize that you're basically as good as you can possibly be.
I'll kind of go, and I'll rip my bandana off and, like, turn back into my normal self and place my bowler back on my head and say, "All right, let us speak very clear with one another, because I am tired of all these eldritch gags. Every adventure is one thing after another. Now, who are you?"
I am Kaklatoth, a Yithian.
Oh. I see.
She blinks very slowly.
You say that you've been waiting for us?
Well,
What?
about 10,000 years.
Excuse me?
You fucker what, mate? She just blinks extremely slowly again, and she'll say, "Is there fusion?"
Okay, then what have you been waiting for us for? Is there something going to go down here? Something intense, I assume?
She breathes very slowly.
Wait, I remember this place. Laos is here. Laos is very close.
He was.
Where is he now? Where's Laos?
You must understand. Where Laos is going is some place that no one has been for a long time.
I understand that, but that does not answer my question.
He is going to Netheru Zavin.
Does that name ring a bell to me?
Can I get a raw intelligence check, please?
Hiya, 23.
Yes. You remember the Mad Poet said that name back in the second part of this adventure.
Oh, shit.
That name is a city that has been lost to time out in Okano, like past in this area. Like, no one knows where it is, but supposedly the Necronomicon knew the path to get there.
Indeed.
She says, You can tell that she's weighing her options very, very carefully right now. I must be careful with what I say to you, Gregor. This is and then in all 4 of your heads at the same time, even though Draymore and you're nowhere near, a deep voice this time is in all 4 of your heads. It is much easier to communicate like this.
Oh.
What? Is this is like the woman in front of us speaking to all us like this or something?
Yes. Listen closely.
No.
I can help you get to Laos. Do you know what a Yithian is? I know that Draymore does.
Enlighten me.
Yithian is a thing from outside of your reality. They simply go from one body to the next and back to their own again, as a means of experiencing the way things are. Some are more violent, some are more friendly, some are inquisitive, and some are malicious. I see myself as simply an experiencer. However, the city of Netherzaven carries a heavy burden on what its true history is. Laos is upsetting the natural way of things that could truly destroy Galarian as we know it. And time is running short.
Okay, let me be very clear here. All of this arcane speak of places beyond time and things breaking apart of the very fabric of reality, they have become nothing but blue upon blue to me. I simply wish to see all of this done and Laos defeated before he can do this. Now, can you clearly give me an answer as to how to do this, or do I have to move on and leave your last 10,000 years to waste?
The voice, the woman in front of you looks frustrated for a second as the voice continues in your head. You must not be impatient. I have seen your journey as I have divined it, and for many times. I understand your reluctance, and I understand your questions. The answer is yes. I can help you. A Yithian can simply go back to their body at any given time. However, things are happening in a city that should not be capable of being accessed. The city's doors are opening, and with it, my physical body is in peril. I cannot go back, and I have not been able to go back for 10,000 years. Something has happened.
Well, how can we assist you then?
I am willing to see what Laos is doing put to an end, and I will tell you everything I know of that city. The only thing is, I need to be out of the cell to do so. This body, I am afraid if I die in this body, then I will truly die.
So, you're willing to help us if we free you?
She nods very slowly.
Good. Stay out of trouble. We have the plan to do so. I'm going to kind of lift my hat up and kind of reset it and then turn back into a null. And watch what you call me.
She gives the ever so slight of a smile.
I'll kind of hobble away. Like my rapier is a like in this form it looks like a club, kinda.
Nice.
And since I'm not using it, I'm actually do have a limp, but I'm like using that to my favor with this this disguise and like look like I've got like this lurching kind of limp.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, well that was pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah. A fucking Yithian. That's the that's an HP Lovecraft. Like I like everything in this. I can't remember. They're the three-eyed things. I forget.
Here.
Ooh.
I got you.
Okay. I'm excited. You excited? I'm excited.
This is a really weird like this is the actual art for it. It looks like it's smiling, but it's actually its eye, and you'll understand what I mean when you see that picture. This is for the Thursday Night Discord. Come join us sometime.
Oh.
Woohoo!
That's what a Yithian actually looks like.
Oh.
I'm fine with it.
Let's see.
The only thing that trips me out is the holes.
Oh yes.
That's its mouth.
Yeah, that's how it swaps minds.
Wow. What a pleasant looking creature.
Oh, of course.
I like
It can
it.
only be
I like how it
you.
looks like its internal organs are all arguing with each other.
Basically, yeah. This is a fucked up thing.
Really weird.
But do you all wish to kind of go down to the bottom of this place and meet with this biting lash?
I feel like it would be best at this point to go back and get Anurin and Draymore.
Very good.
Yes.
You all do convene with nothing stopping you anywhere along that way.
Okay, cool. Draymore. Draymore,
Yes.
do you have a means of disguising yourself?
Of course. He
He
pulls
put
up.
his-
He pulls up a bag, like a fucking scarf, the scarf of Anurin over his face.
He puts up his hood and he's like, "You can clearly see who you are." Yes, but not when I do this. And he pulls it and he covers up half the bottom of
Yeah.
of his face,
Like a Thor.
like Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
Uh,
Do I have a means of disguising you? Ooh, I see. Just a second. Just a second.
He turns himself into looking like a gnoll.
Oh, he just straight up can use his revelation to do that. Bitchin'.
Actually, no, as a hyena, I should say.
Oh, he actually just straight up turns into a hyena.
Yep.
Cool. That's badass. Okay.
I fall to the floor.
Thud.
I just start wiggling.
He picks you up carefully in his mouth and like wraps you around his neck.
Or he could like pretend to hold you like you're a dead fish in his mouth.
He tastes like soap.
Yes. Anyway, allow us to use these masterful disguises. Along with our little wisp of air floating around here. I kind of like wave my finger around because I don't know where she is, but I just know she's in the area. And say, let us see if we can go find this biting lash. And take on a bit of a gravelly noise if you can. Also,
Oof.
don't speak. Hyenas don't speak.
Woof.
Better?
Hmm. He nods his head like he's proud of himself.
Alright, let's go. Oh yeah.
All right. So for this, let me just kind of do this a little bit. Aaron, you are invisible.
Yes.
Oh.
All right.
There's water, but only very little.
You all will get to the bottom of this little area right here. And make your way easily inside, as you all are literally disguised the exact way you need to be disguised.
Hell yeah.
Biting Lash, back here, and let me show you what she looks like.
Oh, that's cool. I can see their little thing. Let's see here.
Just a small picture, but
There we go. No, I've got it pulled up for the Discord. The stream.
That hat.
She does look pretty cool. I dig that.
The hat.
yeah,
Hey, it's cool.
she has a little fez hat on.
Little does not describe that hat correctly. That thing's
She-
big.
She barks
Thing's
an
like a
order
Pringles
and
can on her
says,
head.
"What is the current report?" As she's talking to you, Gregor.
I'll walk up and I'll give kind of a slam to my chest with my hand as if it was a kind of greeting, and then say, all seems well out, my dear. The slaves seem to work, and they seem to work better whenever we put the whip to them.
All the hyenas begin laughing all around you.
I tried.
And she says, "Well, very good. Now, we'll be going to the Flesh Fairs tomorrow. We'll send a new emissary." As she points to one, and one of them just kind of walks up and She says, "You'll go in my place, yeah." And, the gnoll just obviously is, like, very enthusiastic to be a representative of Biting Lash. She says, "Now that we've gotten that fool out of the way, and hopefully we'll have to see him sooner. But however, he does bring good coin. He did take quite a few slaves with him. Need to replenish my stock."
I think to myself, does she mean Hasserton?
It seems like she is most likely referring to him, yes.
I'll say, let me think. Gotta think of a way to get closer to her. I'll say, mistress.
All of them look at you because you addressed her. And she'll say, "What?"
I'll say,
Yes, we are.
what? Oh. I'll say, where did he go after all? That one fella that we sold all the things to.
She just look at you and she says, "Why would I care? I made a profit. He left with his product."
That's true. But think of all the things he's got from us. What if we can steal him back, right? And then sell him for double the price?
She begins growling. Like, super fucking aggressively. And she'll say, "Who are you? Who would dare tarnish the reputation of the best slaver in this area, stealing back product that I rightfully sold?"
I then realize I have goofed. I'll say, I am no one, my lady. I spoke clearly out of turn. It's just
She
speaking out
waves
loud.
her paws all the knolls and says, "Bring him to me."
And then I'm going to say, don't take my hyena. Just please spare him and only take me. Trying to bait them to also take the hyena.
Let's get a bluff.
Piss. I don't have bluff on this character. I was thinking of Eddie from the Wednesday night.
Yeah.
Hiya! Hang on. Let me think. Let me add an extra dice 6 to that by spending some inspiration. You know what? I'm also gonna re-roll it with my inspired trait.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, here we go. So let me add a dice 6. So okay, add another 4 to this, and hiya! Oh, 31.
Oh, wow. I actually have a chance of failing.
Fail it! You know you want to!
Alright, let's see if this paranoid hyena is going to do this or not.
Fuck.
She says,
Hang on. Hero point. Do I have one?
Yeah, you
You
definitely
should have a
one.
couple.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We leveled 3 times. Do I use my hero point to get an extra 4?
We got 3 of them.
Yeah, fuck it. Can I spend a hero point to make that a 35?
Yeah, most
Bitch.
certainly. Yeah, you came it to me, and I gladly take the hero point.
Yes, sir.
She says, "Come."
I'm gonna pretend to be no, please!
And leaving Draymore here, right?
Nah, I was trying to fake it, like, I'm trying to bait them into also taking the hyena with.
Oh yeah.
He just got his new favorite chew toy. He loves that eel, he does. Like pretending to wrestle against like restraints and shit.
Yeah.
We like get thrown down to the before the mistress.
Exactly. All right, as you get thrown down, she says, "Now tell me, did that bitch Najano send you here?"
Jano. Oh, Jano. Now, saying I don't know her would be completely stupid. I'll say, no, mistress. Oh, no, it was not her. I swear.
Then who?
I yell from the back, me! Elemental bombardment. Have fun.
Oh, he's starting off.
Oh god, he's starting this shit.
Oh, he's
And-
throwing elementals.
Yeah.
8
And-
medium elementals crashing down from 60 feet up.
And whenever that booming voice, I'll say it's like a little magically enhanced, says, "Well, me." And the sandstorm above you all has coalesced. No one really was picking up on it because you all were so focused on the null encounter.
Right.
But Aaron was working magic this whole fucking time. And now you all are witnessing what looks to be meteors falling from the fucking sky.
I'm gonna
They're
like
giant
look up-
clumps of mud.
Yeah, you realize as they're almost touching the ground that she's literally hurling elementals at you.
in my regular voice to say, Aaron, you fool!
As we'll leave on that cliffhanger.
Well,
So we'll have
Oh,
one
no.
short session for next week to fully bring this to a close. But it's going to be a lot of fun. Starting off, Aaron, you literally threw the kitchen sink at this fucking band
I
of
know.
slavers.
holy
I
shit.
know.
It's like, she's like, "Oh, there's a fucking spy in my midst? What's the worst that could go wrong today?" And then Aaron's like, "Let me allow you to show you what happened
Yeah.
back in World War II."
Dude.
So, I'm launching mud elementals. Each elemental and each knoll is going to take 66 damage. And then they get entrapped by the mud.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's so cool.
This has been a sleepy time session. Like, everyone sounds so tired.
That's so cool. Like, so can you just like pick? Oh,
Yeah.
it's magma, mud, water.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
It's so
a
good.
very strong spell.
Oh, that's so awesome.
And it's long range, you're literally just
Yeah.
firing them.
Yeah.
It's like baby's first meteor swarm
Yeah.
I think it's
in a
better.
way.
I mean, like, it's not raw damage, but like it's such a mess for whoever's on the receiving end.
Also,
God,
CB,
it really is.
I
Yeah.
did something.
Yeah.
I want to run it by you because everything I've been reading while we've been playing says to run it by your DM first.
I'm here.
I spent, whenever I was crafting scrolls, I only
Huh?
ended up making 2 magic missile scrolls,
Uh-huh.
and I used both of my other scrolls per day on the first rest
hmm
to make 1 scroll. A summon monster 5
Mhm.
that specifically summons Lust Spawn,
Yeah, for sure.
and then I gave it to Draymore.
And he just summons you.
Meh.
Draymore has Augment and Superior Summoning.
If he can use the feats while using the scroll.
Let me check that.
I
Uh,
don't see why he couldn't.
I actually think, yeah, I know that's been like a conversation before, but I'm fairly certain that that's the thing you can do.
Yeah.
But enough of our little shop talk. We will gladly see you all in the true conclusion of this book next week.
Yeah, boy.
Thank you all for whoever came by, and we'll see you then.
Indeed. Till next time, everybody. Good night.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.